Betty, Betty, Betty. I need to readjust your blood pressure cuff. Do you feel okay?
Yeah.
It was hard to wake you up. I'm worried that your blood pressure might be a little low.
Just tired.
Sure. Dialysis can be exhausting. A lot of people say a snack and a nap at the end is the best way to recover when you're all done. But this is a good place to rest. I see you're really comfortable with this blanket. The only problem is your lines are covered.
It's just really cold in here.
I get that. It can be really cold in here. But I do need to be able to see your blood lines at all times in order to make sure that they don't separate, because you can lose a lot of blood that way.
Is there any way that we can adjust the machine so that way it's a little warmer?
Well, first let me try and just adjust the needles, and we can get you comfortable and wrap the blanket up that way. And then maybe we can wrap your hand up, and we can sneak these under the lines just so that way I can see them every time I come over to do your blood pressure. I just want to make sure that these are up and visible. Is that comfortable?
The tape is a little, it is kind of tugging on the blanket. And so
Oh,
it's pulling.
and that's what I'm worried about when it gets covered, is that I worry that the blanket will catch the tape or the needles and actually pull the needles out. So we're just gonna lay them right on top, if that's okay. And I do know that it gets cold during your treatments because you're anemic, and that makes your body a little bit cold anyway. But then we also have all of your blood on this side of your body, and it's exposed to the cold air. The dialysate can sometimes be a little bit colder in order to keep your blood pressure stable. Sometimes we can warm it up if your blood pressure is high enough. Your blood pressure is kind of in the middle right now. I can talk to the doctor and see if we can get a warmer dialysate for you.
Yeah, just because it's really cold in here. I'm trying to stay as warm as I possibly can. I'm really tired.
Yeah, I get it. Why are you so tired though? Is everything okay?
My kids, I have 2 kids, so they kept me up really late last night, and it's very, very tiring, especially having to come here so early on this day. It's just, I'm trying to make it work.
Yeah. How old are your kids?
I have a 6 and an 8-year-old.
Oh my goodness, that's a fun age, and I bet they are all over the place.
It's a fun age, but it definitely tired. So this is the best place to sleep, but it's just so cold, and these machines are so loud.
Yes, they can be pretty loud. While you're here, it's a good time to rest up so you have that energy to play with those boys when you are done. I can recommend some headphones. We have some extras in the back. I can grab you those so that way you can maybe muff out some of that sound. You said it's hard for you to get here on this day. Is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday not working for you?
No, I would love Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but they didn't have a time that worked best with my schedule, and so I'm just
Sure.
waiting to see if there's an opening that would work better for me.
Sure, yeah. Well, I do know there's some things that are moving around, and we may have a spot available on Monday, Wednesday, Friday soon. So if you could just hang tight with this spot for a little bit longer, we can try and make that work for you.
That would be awesome, because Saturdays
Yes.
with my kids would be so much better.
Yes.
I'm trying so hard to make all of this work, but it just gets really exhausting.
Yes. You want to make sure that you have energy to be with those kids when you are there with those kids. So I totally get that. I have 2 kids of my own, and they keep me busy, and it's hard to be away from them. So if we can make that work in your schedule, we're going to try and do that. The only thing is I need you to keep your lines uncovered. That's very important.
What was my blood pressure?
Your blood pressure was 136/74. So again, it's still in that middle range, not quite enough for me to be able to change the temperature on the machine. But as soon as I talk to the doctor, we'll make sure we can see if we can warm that up a little bit, at least a little bit. We also have donations of extra blankets. If you'd like, I can grab you a couple more of those, at least for this treatment.
Can you turn on my chair and my heater, or does it not work?
It works. I've got heat and massage on the chairs right here. Yes, you're welcome. If there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know, okay? All right.
Thank you.